Greetings. This is almost the midnight from the 27th of March to the 28th of March of the year 2018. Many of the Christian churches are celebrating so-called the Holy Week, or is it also called THIR in German? Those of us who believe in the Jewish Christian faith are also going to celebrate Holy Passover, Pesach as it is called in Hebrew. No doubt, in a few weeks' time, the various communities and nations of the world are also going to celebrate various other festivities. For instance, in a few weeks' time, almost in 3 weeks' time, the Sikh community of Punjab, here in India, perhaps also partially in Pakistan, will be celebrating Vaishakhi, or the Punjabi New Year, followed by the Bengali New Year a day later. Holy Passover, or Pesach, is supposed to be the time of great joy, especially for those who believe in the Jewish faith. The reason is Elohim, or as is also called in English, if I do not blaspheme the name, God, was liberating his first chosen race, Israel, and bringing them from the land of Egypt after 400 years of their cruel slavery, tyrannized by Pharaoh, also called Pharaoh. Likewise, according to Christian faith, Jesus Christ came to liberate those who believed in him from the tyranny of sin, from the tyranny of Satan, or Shaitan as we prefer to call him, and also from the slavery of temptations and various other types of ungodliness. But liberation ought to be for everyone, not merely for a special community, or even a special race or nation. Liberation has to be for all humankind. Are we truly liberating others? Are we truly liberated? Jewish liberation took place. It differs from opinion to opinion. Some say about 300 and 500 years ago. Others even extended to 4,500 years ago. Not forgetting the fact that Jewish years were supposed to be somehow shorter than solar year, introduced by the Romans some 2,000 years later. But this liberation meant liberation from slavery. I am still shattered, shocked, and dismayed to recognize the fact that even today, slavery is being continued and intensified, even though it is considered to be illegal, unlawful. Even slavery be deemed heinous crime. Can we not stop this? I think we can. But in order to do that, we all need to unite with the aim of abolishing slavery, not merely lawful, I mean legally, but also practically. We all need to speak out against the modern slavery of human trafficking, and indeed illegal slavery. Like the Holy Passover, we all need to have the day of liberation for all of our fellow citizens. When Elohim, or as we may say God, brought his people from Egypt, he led them through wilderness for 40 years. And on Mount Sinai, he gave commandment to the prophet Moses, of whom we may also call Moshe, that both the native and the stranger who dwelt in that land be treated equally. So what about today? Are the strangers whom we may not consider to be our own people, perhaps our own kin, being liberated by us and treated equally as ourselves? I venture to sigh and add, I do not think so. Indeed, I remain convinced that they are not liberated, and not liberated because we are too reluctant to come to their aid, even though we can, we should, we ought to, and perhaps, constrained by morality, we must. My dear friends, let us not merely celebrate, but let us also think of those who are deprived without any justification from these days of celebration. Can we not make these days also happy days for those who are deprived, which include tens of thousands of young children and women who are being trafficked into other countries, day upon day, each and every day, continuing from day to day, increasing. My campaign against human trafficking and illegal slavery began hardly 3 years ago. But liberation, as I already pointed out, at least according to Jewish history, took place between some 3,500 and 4,500 years ago in the land of Egypt. Christian liberation, that is, the Paschal Lamb Jesus Christ being sacrificed, and liberating those who believed in his name from the slavery of sin some 2,000 years ago, or even over 2,000 years ago. But why can we not join in the same campaign which began thousands of years ago and try to liberate our fellow men, women, and children? Why can we not stand up on their behalf and speak out on their behalf and try to fight for them? Let these days of celebration, whether the holy and sacred days of Passover, whether the holy sacred days of Easter, or whether the happy days of New Year's, let those days also be days of celebration for those who are oppressed, who are exploited. Let us take this pledge today and say, we shall overcome and fight on for those who cannot fight on their own, who cannot speak out on their own, who are afraid to speak up, who are afraid to stand up, who are afraid even to look up. Let us do it. You and I can do it. We may be in the minority. Indeed, we are. Most of us who can afford a computer, who can afford a laptop, a tablet, or even a smartphone, are better off comparing to the rest of the world, comparing to 3/4 of the world's population. But being better off than many others, it becomes also our indispensable, inevitable, unavoidable duty to fight for those who cannot fight on their own, for justice, for equity, for liberation. I thank all of you for watching this video, whether live or whether later. I thank you for joining me in my pledge that we are going to speak up, indeed stand up, and speak out on behalf of those who cannot speak out or stand up or are afraid to speak up on their own. Let us fight for them. Let us endeavor to liberate them. Let us celebrate with them. Let us share our joy with them, the joy of festivities, whether the Holy Passover, whether the days of Holy Easter, whether the days of New Year, or any other festivities. I thank you, all of you, once again. Wish you God's rich blessings and beg you once again to come forward and fight for justice and equity lawfully